What's up? I'm in Poland at the Bitcoin FilmFest in Warsaw. And check out the building that it's held in. Apparently this building was a gift from Stalin or something. And it was debated whether or not they would tear it down, but they left it up. It is quite beautiful. I don't know my history, but yeah, let's check out the art. There's a lot going on in this. See, Bitcoin isn't all about suits, is it?
What suits?
What suits?
No suits in Warsaw.
Look at this, it's Tomek. He's a little busy, this guy's running the event. Nice little orange carpet, fancy shoes. How's this? Beautiful. There he is again, the busy man.
You caught me.
We got him. Fix the money, fix the culture. That's a topic I want to explore. I'm going to ask some people about how the money has led to the degradation of art, culture, and overall society, and how we can possibly fix it. All right, we're at the Bitcoin FilmFest. I'm with Ioni. I just bought his book called Abundance Through Scarcity. Excited, I've been kind of thinking about that topic a lot. But today I want to talk to you about fixing the money and how does that fix the culture. Just let you start ripping from there because I'm sure you have plenty of thoughts. Ioni's a really deep thinker.
It's a big question. I don't think Bitcoin fixes culture directly. It fixes incentives. And culture is downstream of incentives. Culture is largely a collection of norms and how we look at time, how we treat each other, how we treat money, the kind of work we feel is worth putting in for the things that we feel are meaningful and purposeful. When you first start using Bitcoin and you enter the space, you do try to understand Bitcoin from the fiat lens. And it's impossible to understand Bitcoin from the fiat mindset. And bridging that chasm, that's a difficult journey. That is why Bitcoiners are such a tightly knit group, because we know that we have all done the same work to bridge that gap, to shift our mindset. And what people realize and come to understand when they have made that mindset shift is that we have been swimming in poisonous waters. We have been bathing our brains in an environment that has been truly toxic to how we engage with the world, how we look at time, how we think about money. All of these things that we took for granted because we had an N of 1. We didn't have anything to compare it with. We thought of it as normal.
Yeah.
But then when Bitcoin comes along and you start hanging out with Bitcoiners and living a Bitcoinized life, whatever that means to you, you come to the conclusion that money works as a mental operating system in the same sense that, say, language works as a mental operating system. But money doesn't really govern how you see the world in the sense that language does. But what it does is that it affects your time preference. And time preference is a term from economics that describes how much you value the future. So if you have high time preference, that means that your time horizon is compressed to the present moment, and you disregard the future to a greater extent. And that is our natural inclination as human beings. The present is more important than the future. But when we can sort of have a little more delayed gratification, that is when we start building real culture.
Growing up, it's like, fuck bitches, get money.
Right, because you're not mentally there yet. You're not mentally
and
grown
that's all
up yet.
high time preference behavior.
Yes. And we learn that as we grow up, and the money certainly determines how we do that.
Yeah, and then so if a money is absolutely scarce,
Yeah.
you treat this thing as so precious
Yeah.
that you might have to start thinking long term.
Yeah, and the thing about having made this discovery of absolute mathematical scarcity and implemented it into a monetary network, that does something to us because we have never encountered something like this in the history of our species. We have never encountered something that is absolutely scarce before.
It's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah, it is. It is similar to in the Middle Ages trying to understand zero, for example. It took us from the discovery of the number zero to actually being able to implement it took 600 years. 600 years.
a lot of people talk about this, some sort of like spiritual revolution or evolution they have when they encounter Bitcoin, and
Yeah.
kind of really grappling with that topic. And
Yeah.
it's for me, it's hard to put into words. That's why I'm excited to read your book.
Yeah.
I did want to touch on this topic that I think I see in the culture right now. There's actually a lot of winning. I think being healthy is starting to be cool.
Yeah.
Health is the ultimate status symbol now,
It is.
right?
Ah, so well
Especially
put,
with cheap fiat money printing.
Yeah.
So
We're
I think
redefined success.
right in with this anti-seed oil, eat healthy, make babies. I think there's a real movement of that growing. That's becoming cool.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
the next step
Yeah.
is Bitcoin.
Yes. Yes. Bitcoin is part of that movement, and that movement is part of Bitcoin. They are interconnected. And like you put it eloquently. We are in a stage of, or a phase of our cultural evolution where we are we're in a renaissance.
Yeah.
A renaissance means rebirth. We are remembering what it means to be human,
Yes.
because we are stepping away of the things that have been poisoning us and causing us to make poor decisions. We have been delaying family in favor of swiping Tinder. We have been eating fast food instead of real food. We have been locked before screens instead of being outside. We have been sitting on on our sofas and watching screens instead of going to the gym. But all of this is changing now because we have a lower time preference, and that is a real mental shift that I see, especially Bitcoiners implement.
I see it too.
Bitcoin started with a very small circle of cypherpunks. Then it included a few libertarians, then a few coders, then maybe some economists, and then we had the philosophers and the content creators, and now we just have your everyday person.
Whatever we are too.
Yeah, exactly. Whatever we are.
We all play a role.
We all play a role. There's going to be like a Venn diagram of Bitcoiners and the wellness community.
Yeah.
And they're going to meet in the middle, and they're going to complement each other fairly well. And I think that is actually the next frontier of human or Bitcoin culture. I believe that Bitcoin is ultimately a great force for good.
Yeah.
And I believe it brings out the best in people and the best in culture by fixing incentives, by fixing time preference.
And maybe aligning them with truth.
Aligning with truth, exactly. Bitcoin is humanity's first encounter with the perfect machine because it tells truth and it can't be, it doesn't cave to our manipulation and our greed. It makes us better as people.
Yeah. Let's go watch more movies.
Let's go watch some movies, man.
That's where we're at this point, right? Imagine hummingbirds shooting out. So, do we have any hummingbirds in here? None? A couple, here we go. Thanks for watching. That was a labor of love. Really cool to share that in front of all y'all. And now we're going to talk about Bitcoin and boots on the ground.
So that was a clip from Hummingbird. That was the end. What a trip to show it on the big screen. Grateful that the Film Fest allowed us to do that. Hummingbird's the story of Bitcoin jungle. And it's really an intro to Bitcoin, and it tells a unique angle about how Bitcoin is not just for investing or suits, but how it may lead to a better, more fair world. And then on the topic of Bitcoin and health, this morning I went for a walk. The morning before I went for a run with a bunch of Bitcoiners. Here's a little clip from that. With the founder of the Bitcoin Runners Club, you guys are doing a world tour
Yes.
this year, right?
Yeah, that's right. We're here in Warsaw. I'm running for Hal around this beautiful park. Some awesome Bitcoiners, and then off to Prague. We're off to Prague next
Yep.
for the next stage of the tour.
See you there.
Running there.
And why do we do this? Why do you do this?
This is all about proof of work. You understand proof of work and secret sources to life, and how Finney certainly understood it. And so we're running in his memory and his honor. It's all about
Awesome.
Not the walkers.
And we're walking. Sorry, Hal.
They have their own things to do.
Anyways, we're walking the streets of Poland. I wanted to continue on the topic of fixing the money and fixing the culture.
Yes. That's what we got to do, man. We win with ideas. We win with culture.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about like you can't wait till the Bitcoiners start to get building our cities.
Yeah.
I wonder what those will look like.
I think a lot of green, a lot of curves, a lot of beautiful attention to detail. I think that's what's missing with all of these architectures. They're designed for mass production, right? And to be as cheap as possible, and not really caring if it will last 50 years or more. Just because you got to build it quick so that you get rid of the money as fast as possible. And I think like if we're all in the Bitcoin standard, you're gonna spend your Bitcoin only if you get something amazingly beautiful out of it.
Right.
And
And then you're only going to spend the Bitcoin on the best products, the best foods.
Yep, exactly. Oh yeah, that's the other thing on the culture, man. The music is so rotten nowadays. As like, very short, very aggressive lyrics, very degrading lyrics, and not really harmonic or beautiful. If you listen back to the music that was produced in the gold standard, like, listen to Wagner. I think music is one of those things that's just can absolutely heal the soul or just totally corrupt it.
Yeah, with how you program it, without even thinking about it too.
Yeah.
Like just how we're born into, you just put your money in the bank and then you just kind of have these songs playing in the background, or you don't even notice when you're humming along a song and there's lyrics and what is that doing to you all the time, right?
Yeah, exactly. And often just also home music. It's nice too sometimes.
You can leave the house without your phone or cell phone. or without headphones.
Radical idea. Radical idea.
Psychopathic. Cool. Thanks, Max. All right, thanks for watching, y'all. Bitcoin culture is still alive. It may be a little broken, but we're still alive. We're going to get through this. And if you want to support me, the next step from fixing the money is also fixing the internet. And one way we do that is to regain control over our voices online and restructure the way we do social media. Primal is what I work on. And if you download that, say hi to me at Paul in the Jungle. I will give you a welcome gift of some Bitcoin. Thanks for watching. See you later. Ruby.